What's up guys, it's ALLDAYANTHONY. Welcome back to the Civic vlog that you hopefully know and hopefully love. In today's video, we are taking my Junkyard fine valve cover and transforming it into some JDM eye candy. And I just wanna say Alright guys, so I am so excited to get a freshly finished valve cover on my Honda Civic. Now in order for us to go forward, we actually have to go back in time about 2 weeks ago when I was at the junkyard pulling this part from an EG Civic. Now, once we do that, we're going to be on our way to Finesse Works in Boise, Idaho to see what kind of magic they can perform on that thing and see how good this thing can actually look. Pretty much all I want. So yeah, whoever did this did a really crappy job. Seals are shot. It's not rust, it's just old oil in there, but we can clean that up. There's paint on the inside of the freaking valve cover. Yeah, kind of a nightmare, but that'll work. That will work for me. So that's it. That's what we're taking home with us. Can't wait to get that powder coated, refinished. I think that'll be looking a lot nicer. All right guys, so we're in the car and on the way to Finesse Works in Boise to drop off my new used VTEC valve cover for the Honda Civic. Now Brandon is my guy when it comes to powder coating. Everybody has a guy in the automotive industry that is their guy for a particular job, and Brandon is definitely my guy for all my powder coating needs. I've taken some parts on the Speed Triple to him and he absolutely killed it and did an outstanding job. This guy is so good that he has just booked months and months in advance, and fortunately he was able to fit me in for this valve cover to get this thing powder coated. So I will introduce you guys to Brandon, give a quick rundown of his shop, and drop this bad boy off. All right, so we just got to Brandon's house, aka his shop, and we're gonna drop off this valve cover here. What up, dude? What's going on, dude? Whose is this? Is this yours?
This is our dad's.
Oh, this is your dad's.
Powder coating on it and stuff. So
dude.
Tins and orange, but yeah.
Dude, that's money.
Yeah, thanks,
that's
man.
dope, dude. It looks good.
Definitely a labor of love, that's for sure.
Well, I got something for you. So this is what I found at the junkyard.
Okay.
I found it 15 bucks. I can't beat that, right? I was like, that cap's like $3 right there. So pretty good score. I kind of cleaned it up because the shit was all just covered in oil. I just sprayed it down with some wheel cleaner, but yeah, so it could be better because obviously you can see, I think they just rattle canned it.
Chipping away
and
stuff,
it's
yeah.
chipping away. It looks pretty. Look at this shit. Well, I mean, look at the inside.
Yeah.
I don't think they masked it off. I just think they just shot it and said, we're just gonna send it. And so you can see, like, I think typically in here you probably wouldn't want paint in there.
Yeah, we would definitely want to mask that kind of stuff.
And then this, and then I think that's a ground that they just painted over that, right? And so, but other than that though, it was in good shape. It didn't really have any major dings. So what I'm like, the plan is to drop it off and figure out what we want to do for color. So you said you're going to show me.
Yeah.
You had a wrinkle red.
What we got, actually got my personal valve cover off my Accord.
Oh, dope. So this is
done in the color that we may be happy with. So.
Yeah, dude, that's like a huge improvement.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see we mask everything off, keep everything nice and clean on the inside.
And you're gonna turn my oil cap chrome?
Into a JDM Civic Type R oil cap. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No. That looks so much cleaner. And so
awesome,
this would be like a wrinkle red.
Yeah, this is called Hotsy Red. So it's a low texture, like a flat texture red, basically.
Okay.
So closest we can kind of get with you know, get into that Japanese Honda red. So.
Well, I think this is just some like duplicolor. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's like that caliper paint is probably what they put on here.
Yeah.
Because I'm surprised it held up kind of as well as it did. What is the plan for this? Because this honestly is my first time ever coming into like a powder coating studio to see what the plan is.
So we're gonna first, before we do anything, we'll degrease it, pressure wash it, get everything clean. We'll strip it, get it. We'll outgas it, which basically removes all the oils and impurities out of it. Mask it off, plug it, and then it'll come out nice and red, masked off and clean. And then we'll mask off all the lettering. And then basically we'll just brush finish the lettering so it'll look factory like this.
Because I love that has like the lines in it.
Exactly. Yeah, you can see most people just grind it off. We actually take the time to actually do a uniform.
Dude, it looks like someone just took like a Scotch Brite. You know what I mean? Just hit that with that. Well, because when I found it, so like it was funny because I was at the junkyard and I've explained this to the guys watching the video. Is that I was walking through and I saw a Civic EX from an EG and I was like, okay, that's probably already been picked apart. And then I went and opened up the hood and I saw that. I'm like, that's surprising that hasn't been picked off yet. Really? So even when I was checking out at the junkyard, the guys were like, I'm surprised this was still on here because that car's only been here for like a week and typically that's the first thing to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so on the back side here, does any of this matter? Because they got paint in there.
That'll all get stripped out of there, and then before we actually blast it, we'll mask it all off with duct tape, and it'll be all completely sealed. We won't actually blast inside here, but this will all be taken out with the actual strippers.
Like the paint and stuff.
So it'll be perfectly clean.
Yeah, so for everybody watching, I was torn. I did a poll on Instagram and on Facebook, so I'm sure you guys watching this have probably saw that and commented on it. I wanted to see what I wanted to go with, because I was torn between wrinkle red and doing like a wrinkle black, like more of what you have on the bike over there. And everybody said red because a red car. It makes the sense. It's more true to the JDM line of things. And I'm not trying to make it something that it's not. Now, funny thing is that when I was making those polls and I was making those posts, people were commenting, "Why would you put a VTEC valve cover on a non-VTEC car?" Yeah. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, it's got the single overhead cam VTEC, people. It's got the Y8 motor, and it's not like I'm throwing this on a Y7 or something. And so for people watching this, yes, my car does have VTEC. No, it's not the cool B16 or the B18. It's a D16, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Sounds like VTEC, acts like VTEC. It's VTEC.
Exactly.
So wrinkle red is what we're gonna go with. I think that's a general consensus. So what I want to do is I just want to take a quick look around your shop, man. So I'm gonna grab some cool shots. So all right, guys, enjoy, and we'll catch up with Brandon here in a minute. All right, dude, shop looks awesome, man. I'm extremely excited. So, Brandon, thanks, man. Kyle, right? Kyler with a K. Is that how you say it, Kyler with a K? Yep. I like it. All right, very cool. Looking about a week and a half?
Week and a half or so, yeah, give or take, yep.
Cool. All right, man.
Any sooner, we'll definitely let you know. So we'll get it hammered out and make it brand new again.
I'm excited. Are you guys watching excited? Because I'm pretty excited, because that looks so much better in person. I'm hoping the camera can like pick that up, and hopefully those glory shots showed the texture and the color as well, because this this is, like I said, this is some cheap shit. This is nice, and I'm super excited to have that outcome. I think it's gonna look awesome on the Civic. So, all right, man, I'll get out of you guys' hair because I know you guys got a lot of work to do, man. So it's good seeing you. All right, catch you later, guys.
Take care, man.
A few moments later.
What's up, guys? It's 1 week later, and I'm on my way to Finesse Works to go pick up my freshly powder-coated valve cover. Now, Brandon already sent me one quick sneak peek, and this thing looks incredible. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like in person, so I'll see you guys there in a minute. So we just got to Finesse Works, and I am super excited to see what this valve cover looks like. What up, dude? What's going on, man? I'm excited to see this thing. You sent me that teaser shot, and I was like, oh, man. Dude, it's good to see you. What's up, man?
It's good to see you.
Oh, wow. It was just the other day I put that POS valve cover on here. Now look at this. Look at this. Dude, that's awesome. Holy smokes. You're right, dude. That finish is awesome. Dude, that's perfect. It's got just the right amount of texture. So it's not like, like I know that you said the OEM finish has a little bit of a higher texture, but it's not powder coated, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's not going to be as strong, it's not going to be as durable, and that's why you get all that chipping that'll happen on the stock stuff. Let's pull out in the sun here so people can see the color here. Oh, dude, that looks awesome. That's gonna look, dude, that's gonna look so good because everybody said like, hey, you can go with red, you can go with black. You know, black would be like a good clean look. Red could complement the car, but since the car is already red, yada, yada, yada. So what did you end up doing here? So to kind of just like run me through. So you guys stripped everything,
Yep,
and then what did you go from there?
stripped everything down, degreased everything, pressure washed it all. And then we went in, masked everything that you can see that was masked other than the lettering. We actually coat over the lettering, cure the entire thing, and then after it's all cured and pulled out and down to room temperature, we mask off this entire area and then basically flat sand directionally all the lettering and logos. So.
And that's how you get that kind of that brush look.
Brush look, yeah.
Dude, that looks money. That looks so good. Well, it's nice not having paint on my on my ground section and everywhere else, dude, because there was paint.
And the oil cap too is actually clean and free.
Oh, nice.
All the paint that was in there before as well. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, that's awesome. Well, because there was paint on the inside of this, and you guys got all that out of there, and that's perfect. And that's like surgically clean.
Yeah, you can eat out of it. Put some cereal in there. And throw it,
like throw like a slab of steak in there or something. But so before I install this, do I need to spray it down with any parts cleaner or nope? Okay.
It is solvent, chemical, stable, and it's ready to go, man. So.
Cool, man. So I think all I really have to do from here is I got to get a new gasket kit from Honda. So I'm pretty much just gonna go new gasket kit. And I think you mentioned before that I do need to put some type of like sealant here on these corners.
We use Honda Bond on all of our stuff, and just get that at Honda. It's basically gray Permatex, and
and you're just going pretty much on these corners here.
Corner of the cam on the actual head. Just a little piece size amount, and then torque it down, and you're good.
Dude, that looks so good, man. That looks awesome, man. Seriously, you guys.
I'm glad you're happy.
You guys killed it. I mean, everything you guys do here is awesome. So,
thanks,
so I know a lot of people are probably watching this right now are probably like, oh, well, so if you're in Boise, right? So if you're in Boise, obviously check out Finesse Works. But if they wanted to ship you something, are you guys opposed to that?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we could always, work it out. I mean, obviously, it's easier working local, but I mean, if someone doesn't have a coder local that they trust, and I mean, hit us up. We'd definitely be willing to take
you guys are busy. You guys are hard to get in with.
It's ridiculous, really. Like it's
well, I was like, hey, I got a valve cover, and you're like, dude, we're booked like months out. I'm like, holy smokes. So if anybody has a project car they're working on, they need to send in some parts, and they have some time, definitely send it to these guys. I mean, these guys, dude, this looks so awesome. Cool. So, all right, so let's get some glamour shots and see what this thing looks up in some high def footage.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, what do you guys think? You guys like it? You guys like it as much as I like it?
I love it.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. You guys watching, let me know in the comments if you guys think this thing turned out pretty good. I think the before and after speaks for itself. You guys did awesome. So for people that want to know more about what you do and possibly want to book some jobs with you, where do they find you?
Primarily active on like Instagram.
Okay.
We got a Facebook page too, but I mean, if you just Google Finesse Works, it'll pull up our stuff and you'll be able to see what we can do.
Dude, hell yeah. All right, guys. So you watching, you want to hit up Brandon here, and then Kyler with an R. I was like, I think I said that last time. Like Kyler. All right. So guys, I am back home and I am ready to put my freshly powder coated valve cover on the Civic. Now, this is a pretty straightforward process, so I'm not going to document the entire thing, as I feel like there's already better tutorials on YouTube. But I do want to show you what I picked up for the job. Now, I have my freshly powder coated valve cover here, and then I went to my local Honda dealership to pick up some of the gaskets and seals. So I have my 4 seals for my spark plugs, and then I have Honda Bond. This is gonna be for the 4 corners on the valve cover to help it seal properly, and then of course the actual gasket itself. Now, all this stuff was actually pretty cheap. I think for the seals or the gaskets themselves, this was around 25 bucks, and then this Honda Bond was around 10 bucks. So I will have fresh seals, and this is a lot easier than having to actually just replace this on the stock valve cover. I mean, having a extra valve cover to do this is a lot simpler, and that means I don't have to remove the old seals out of the old one. So to get started, I'm going to pop the hood, remove the old valve cover, prep the new valve cover with the gaskets and the seals, set it in, bolt it down, and we should be good to go. So let's get started. Guys, this looks so freaking good. I haven't tightened anything down yet. I'm just looking how good this looks. That just totally made the entire engine bay. I was really hesitant on the red. I didn't know how well it was gonna go, but dude, this looks awesome. This looks so good. Brandon just killed it, and it really did. It just transformed the whole engine bay. I mean, minus all the extra wiring and all the other ugly parts, that just looks good. My eyes are immediately drawn to that. So I gotta get these bolts in and finish this, but gosh, I'm really happy with how this looks. So let's get this thing tightened down, and it should be good to go. All right guys, so the valve cover is bolted in and it looks awesome. Everything lined up perfectly. The only thing that this one doesn't have is the little bracket to hold this little doohickey here that's hanging, so I'm just gonna let it free hang and send it. Now, one thing I wanted to point out during the install process was the Sparkplug gaskets. Now, there is a lot of opinions on which way these things actually go, and trust me, I went through every forum thread and every single video, and everybody seems to go 50-50. It's one way or the other, and I didn't have a final set opinion that this is the right way. So on here, basically, if you were to look at it like this, I came in from this way. So basically, see how it has a recess in here? So that's how mine are currently sitting, meaning that that tube goes up through here. Now, that's how I found it on the Y8 head. This is exactly how it was sitting. Now, there's other people that flip this around and have it facing like that, meaning that they're hammering this recessed area in versus hammering this top area in. And truly, I don't know which was the right way. I can't say this was the right way or this was the right way. I have no idea. So I want your guys' opinions. Did I put them in the right way? Did I put them in the wrong way? I really don't know. I'm just gonna send it. I'll check the spark plugs to see if there's any oil in here after a couple drives. But other than that, that was the only thing that I was kind of questioning during the install. So if you have an idea, let me know. But again, mine came in up this way versus being up this way. So let me know what you guys think. But now it's time to start the car to make sure there's no leaks, and I did do it correctly. So let's go ahead and start this thing up and see what happens. All right, I guess that's a good sign. No leaks, no weird sounds. All right guys, so I think it is finally time to end this video. I wanted to give a huge shout out to Brandon and Kyler at Finesse Works for doing such an incredible job. This thing looks amazing. So if you're local to Boise and want to get some powder coating done, you should definitely hit them up. They also said they were open to getting parts shipped to them if you guys are interested in doing that. Now, as far as cost of powder coating, that's one of those things that can vary depending on where you live and how skilled the person is. So depending on where you are in the country or around the world, hit up some local shops, get some different quotes, but I think a job like this would cost anywhere from $80 to a couple $100 depending on how skilled that person is. But again, I think it is totally worth it having a valve cover powder coated over having it spray painted. It is more chemical resistant and it just looks better. The finish is so much nicer than having a spray painted job. So anyways guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. So if you guys liked it, make sure to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more Civic content in the future. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's ALLDAYANTHONY. Peace.